Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you are all well. I'm having one of them. I'm having one of those evenings where everything is kind of... Hold on, let me get rid of some of this off the screen. I'm trying to make everything work, and I've had to move a few things around the screen. In fact, I even had to get a bigger screen just so I could do what I wanted to do. This has been a complete and utter balls up trying to get set up because I want to do more lives. I want to do more lives with you guys, and you know, it's got to be right. You've got to be able to see everything. And what people don't fully understand who don't do lives is how many things there are to keep an eye on. The likes of Mr. Evil CJ, he will tell you when you're doing a live, it ain't just as easy as click a button and sit there and talk. Like, I'll give you an example. So this is a different view. So that's my view. So that is that screen, which would normally have the chat on it. But what I've realised is when I'm doing a live, I can't see that poxy screen. So that screen that I actually changed to a bigger screen is now no good because I can't fucking see it anyway. So then I had to get a bigger screen here because that screen, I now have to have everything on it. So here is the live, that's like the back end of YouTube. So that's got the live chat there. But then you've got this up here, which is the other live chat for the actual Ecamm Live, what I run the stream on. So you've got me here, you there, and then the screen that you're going to share. Anyway, how was that for a lesson in in lives? How is everyone anyway? I hope you are all well. Who's in? So we've obviously got Mods, we've got Evil CJ Show, we've got Kristen, hello CJ. We've got Tracy, hello Trace. We've got Dope, hello Dope. Dixie, hi. Who else? We've got Superior, of course we have My May, the legend, the one and only My May. I know we've got Aunt B has her grandsons this evening, so she'll probably be catching us on the replay. I hope she has a brilliant time with her family, bless her. And yeah, I had to. You probably saw I did get rid of some messages, mainly because I don't know whether we've got Ken now. Ken, we've got the man, the hero that is Ken Dalton. So I had to get rid of some messages. I'm not sure whether that, but it's like they'd walked into a room while having some kind of episode. They were just rambling some really strange stuff. I don't know whether they were not English and translator had done a really bad job of translating, but it was Mrs. Harsh. Mrs. Harsh turns around and says, "Have you been looking at the live?" And I didn't catch on to what she meant straight away. I was like, no, I haven't. I didn't been looking. She went, yeah, someone's in the chat and they're not making any sense. So I had to look, and it was a little bit mad, a little bit crazy. I see someone's given us a thumbs down already. Thank you very much for that. Every little helps. Tosser. Oi, oi, Mama S. Mark and Betty. Hello, Mark and Betty. So, I want to do more lives. I basically want to do more lives. Look, just because I've acknowledged the people who give us a thumbs down, it doesn't mean you need to do more thumbs down. That's just mean. It's Christmas. Get into the Christmas spirit. Get into the Christmas spirit, and let's give some thumbs up. Remember, thumbs up help. So, if you're in here, get hitting the thumbs up. Pretend it's someone you really hate and that you're thumbing them in the eyeball. As I've been trying to say multiple times, I want to do more lives. I have got a schedule for lives, which is somewhere, but the idea is to do 3 a week. I want to do 3 a week. Thumbs down could have been an accident. I've clicked wrong before. It could be, but then you'd think that they would rectify that mistake, and they haven't. So they're just mean. Just mean. We do get mean people. There are mean people on the platform, people who don't like thinking like we do, which I understand. Not everybody can be as amazing as us and our community. Some people just want to, I don't know, cover themselves in peanut butter and jam and sit in their basements and talk about us. So, how is everyone? Yeah, thumbs up or the Christmas tree gets it. Yeah, and remember, this is a real Christmas tree as well. I can touch the Christmas tree. It isn't a fake tree. I probably need to be careful because I may knock the tree over. We are, as some of you will be aware, we're in the process of moving as well. We are moving. How long will the lives be? 1 hour. 1 hour. If you read this scrolling thing at the bottom, I think it says, like, I don't know, where is it? Harsh Reality and the Coffee and News Live. Oh, so yeah, no reference to an hour whatsoever. I think, the idea is an hour. Thank you very much for the super sticker, Kim. That is very kind of you. Thank you. Don't anybody think you have to do that. That is very kind of you to do so, but it isn't something that we do over here. If you are somebody who loves going into lives and you genuinely want to be given your money and you enjoy trains where they're constantly wanting to, got their hands out, then there are people who do that very, very well. This isn't one of them. Don't ask for money. Don't ask for donations. Just your time. Art of Deduction, where are you moving to? Not far from where we actually live now. We're just moving out of the military zone into a non-military zone, away from the planes and everything. So yeah, that's about it. We just fancy a change. We fancy a change. My mum calls you Harsh Reality News. That's because your mum's a legend. Your mum is an absolute legend, and I am indeed Harsh Reality News. Trains, he's a joker, that fella. Now look, I didn't say it was him. But I have been told that there's a possibility that perhaps Mr. Fella occasionally asks for donations, and has in the past claimed to be 100% crowd-funded. Now, in theory, I suppose, no, I can't even make him right. He's not. Merch shop. Yes, there is merch in the shop. The merch will be running for another month or so. So if you are interested in getting some merch, you can do that. And the kind dope has put the link to that in chat. Aunt B is here. Aunt B. She's just stopping in. We did say, Aunt B, I know you've got your grandchildren this evening. We all hope you have an amazing time with them. But thank you very much for stopping by and saying hi. And say hi to the family. But yeah, the idea will be to go through some news. We'll look at the news that is on at the, all over. Not so much crime stuff. We do enough of the crime. If there's something mad that's happened, then we'll touch on it. But yeah, it's just going over. Just something where we can have a coffee. I've got a coffee. Look at this. Look, I've even got. It's like a flask, like a thermos flask. And people are going to think, "Oh, I didn't use a cup." I'll tell you why I didn't use a cup. Because I don't like them. I don't like cups. I like this. The only thing is, that don't fucking cool down. That's been sitting there for about 10 minutes. That feels like it's just come out off the sun. It's like been heated by the surface of the sun. Anyway, let's touch base with some of you guys in chat. Let's have a chat. Let's have a look who's about before we look at some of this. Oh, this is the news, right? Because what I'll do as well, what you'll get to learn about this is like the news in the UK. What we see, what we get to be looking at every day. It's utter lunacy. Have you seen the new developments on the Valerie Tyndall case? I haven't, I must admit. I have not. I've been looking at certain other things which I'm going to speak about over the next few days. But no, that's not I've been looking mostly at the Delphi case, if I'm honest, because some of that stuff in the Delphi case is absolutely it is nuts. Hey Harsh, I appreciate if you throw some prayers my family's way. I just lost my great nephew the day before yesterday, only 27 years old with 4 children, 2 of his own and 1 on the way. That's Kathy. Let's send some prayers Kathy's way. It sounds like her family are going through the ringer at the moment. So yes, definitely let's send some prayers Kathy's way. Especially this time of year as well. That's truly horrendous. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Elon nailed it. Elon did indeed nail it. You've got to love a bit of Elon Musk. I know some of you probably won't. You probably won't like Elon Musk. I try to stay away from the political stuff because I know people can get really nuts about it. But in terms of Elon Musk, I am a fan. I am a fan of Elon Musk. Let's have a look. What's that? There's new docs. I saw something say there's new docs dropped. Happy holidays, Harsh. We don't agree on everything, but I'm always on your team. Thanks for the love you've shown, Streak. I admire good people coming together and reach out. Thank you very much. Original badass. That's very kind of you. Yeah, do you know what? I don't always want us to agree. I truly don't. But disagree respectfully, argue the argument, not argue the individual. And that's all I say. Love and hugs to you, Harsh, and your family. Thank you very much. Karen, been a member for 4 months. Get out sooner for murder. Not in Idaho, but some places I'm sure you do. I'm a huge space nerd. Yeah, see, I am as well. Is anybody else a huge space nerd? I would like to go to space. I'd like to actually do a live that just talks where we can just talk about space. I might actually do that. I might like once a month do like a real geek out live where we just talk about space. See, I genuinely can't see why there would be all of that space with no aliens in it. Don't think so. A Convict's Thoughts by A.R. Hayes. This is another good man. A good man. I have watched some of your stuff. And, I do like your stuff. I do. So if you haven't been over to this channel, go and have a look at this channel. Gives you a very different perspective on certain things, especially in the cases that we are currently dealing with. And it is, it's nice to kind of get that other mindset. Not saying that you're dodgy as fuck, A.R. Hayes, and that makes you easier to spot the dodgy ones, but look, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to walk in a man's shoes or walk alongside him to fully understand him. And you, my friend, do that incredibly well. But yeah, shout out to A Convict's Thoughts with A.R. Hayes. I have so much space in my head I don't need to see out of space. I want to go to space. I want to go to space. I'm going to try and befriend Elon Musk and see whether he can... that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Backdrop of Earth while you're doing a live from space. But anyway, yeah. So one of the news things at the minute, what we looking at? The big thing at the moment, which seems to be, is I don't know what it's like where you guys are, over in the US, Australia and places like that. The vast majority of the subscribers here are in the US. I know we've got some from Canada, we've got some from Australia, we've got some from the UK. But homelessness, this seems to be the one at the moment. Homelessness. This is bad. In this country, homelessness is bad. Like Glasgow, for instance, just to let you know, I live nowhere near fucking Glasgow. That's like north, and I'm like east. But it's, yeah, homelessness. I genuinely, I can't work it out. I can't work it out how, like, when I was younger, my grandfather brought my parents their house as a wedding present, and I think he paid like 4,500 quid for a house. And that same house then sold for about 150,000, sort of 20 years later, and then they bought another one. And but I don't understand why so many people just don't have a house. I don't get it. What is the homelessness like in the US? Is it that bad? Tearing up homeless camps all over the UK, I've seen on British News. It's bad. It's really bad. It's absolutely terrible. And I genuinely can't work it out. Like what we got here. I'm all Starlight, but living in the USA, mate. Homelessness is out of control at the moment. I'm ambivalent on Elon Musk, but respect his ambition. Yeah, it's sad to see. It's bad here in the big cities. So it looks like you guys have got it as well. It's bad in the US too, the homeless situation. I'm sure it's just going to get worse because prices are rising on everything. And do you know what? Like, there's been some things on TV. They put, like, they make fucking shows out of it now. It's like a big, like, they can't stop people being homeless, but what they can do is make, like, shows for entertainment about it. So one of the new ones, for all of you guys who are in the UK, you'll see, like, they do rich kids. They get rich kids, and then they make them be homeless for 3 nights. And to try and change their perspective on why homeless people are homeless and what they're like. It's fucking bizarre, I tell you. But, and what's really sad is you look at some of these people who are homeless, and how they get homeless is they will have decent jobs. They'll have decent jobs, everything will be fine, and they'll get an injury that puts them out of work. And because they're basically living hand to mouth while working, as soon as they can't work, they lose the house. They lose the house, they then lose a wife, and then they end up on the street. And that's it, game over. And because they're then on the street, they then can't get a fucking house. And they can't even get into the hostels to get off the street because the hostels dictate that they have to pay. It's like £16, £17 a night or something, and you think they're fucking homeless. They ain't got a job. They're homeless. Most of them are like they're trying to get handouts. Do you know what I mean? Throughout the day, and then you're charging them whatever they earn to sleep off the streets. And I think, am I actually seeing this shit? It's this madness, absolute madness. But let me have a look in the comments. I'm blessed to have a home that can be handed down to my children and grandchildren. The housing market is crazy. The housing market is crazy. Do you know what I mean? It is crazy. In Queensland, Australia, house of 500k. 500k in this country wouldn't get you a lot. The average rent is $1,200 for a 1-bedroom in the US. Who can afford that? Yeah, like I say, and the one thing I will say is, like, houses, from what I can see in the UK, and I'm not saying it's like it everywhere, but I see properties in the US and they all look like quite big properties. Like in the UK, like even a relatively small property that's attached to another one, maybe a row of houses, the monthly rent on that can be £1,200, so around $1,500 for a small place. And in London, you're looking at £2,500, £3,000 for a 1-bedroom flat. It's absolutely crazy. And then when you start looking at houses, like 3-4 bed houses, again, even ones that are out of the way, you're looking at £1,500, £2,000 a month. And the jobs don't pay that. The jobs in the UK just don't pay it. Just don't pay it. The houses they are building across from me are 800k right now. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's mad. It is really crazy, just how much things are. And you can see why people are, especially the rental market. They dictate that you need so much. But Glasgow City declares housing emergency due to homelessness pressures. And this is, they make it look like it's just Glasgow, but this ain't just Glasgow. This is everywhere. This is absolutely everywhere. Right, it also comes with figures of release that show the number of households and children in temporary accommodation in England has hit shameful record highs, with nearly 139,000 children living without a permanent home. How is that right? How is that right? Glasgow City Council currently has around 6,000 open homelessness cases. Meanwhile, the number of homeless refugees has doubled after the UK government implemented a streamlined asylum process in June to address a significant backlog of decisions and reduce the number of applicants in contingency and dispersed accommodation. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And that ain't going to get any better. It isn't going to get any better. What do we got? What do we got in the chat? Let's have a look. What are you guys talking about? Let's try and push that all the way back down. Don't know what's going on with the chat there. Sorry, I'm late. Been putting IKEA furniture together with the husband. IKEA furniture. Whoa, what happened there? Gotta love a bit of IKEA furniture. Every time I click on something, get off. That won't get off the screen. I'm trying to get off that screen, but every time I try and click on it, it won't get rid of the note. You know, like when you click on someone's message and it gives you all the options and then won't let you click off it. Shelley Stair has gifted 5 Harsh Reality memberships. Can I actually gift memberships? I'd have to move this, wouldn't I? Let me have a look. I can see if I can do it. Someone said that they think you can do it on your phone. So if I can try and do it on the phone, I'll try and do it on this phone. I'll have to just pause that. Let's have a look and see if I can do it on here. I've never done it before, you see. So I'm not 100% sure how to do it, but I can try. Let's have a look. Harsh Reality. So do I go to my channel? Go to the live. Do this. See, all it gives me. What if I click on that? Can I do that? See, it won't let me do it. Top filters. See, it won't let me do it. See, I've got like the phone, but when I click on the money thing at the bottom, it just gives me 2 options: super stickers and super chat. So I have no clue. And if I click on people, it doesn't give me the option. Chat filter, community moderation, all messages, super chats, chat filter. No, that just allows me to do that. And if I click on where someone's gifted, it just brings up, it doesn't give me any options. So I have absolutely no idea how to do it. Press on their name, Harsh. You see, if I press on their name, it still doesn't do anything. Because you can't gift specific people. That's like random. I know it's random, so if I click on someone, it just brings up, like I can add them as a moderator, hide user on their channel. That. See, that's the options I get if I actually go on to someone. There's nothing. Whoa, shit. I nearly timed someone out. And the super chat and super sticker things, I've tried to scroll up, but whoa, shit, what happened there? I'm trying to send myself a super sticker. No, it won't do it. It won't do it. I don't know how to do it. And I'll have to look at it. I thought that someone said you could do it with your phone. So whoever said that, it was that's your fault. I set up my camera because I thought if I set the camera up, I can then send people some memberships on my phone. But clearly I can't. But I'll sort it. If it can be done, if creators can do it, some people have said that other creators have seen them do it. Click on the gifted memberships at the top. I did, mate. It don't do anything. If I click on the gifted memberships at the top, it literally tells me who did it. Look, that just brings up who actually gifted it. If that camera's going to actually, I don't know. And if I try and click on that, if I then click on the user that gifted them, it just brings up the same options to either go to their channel, report and remove them, put them in timeout. Hit member button at top. Yeah, if I click the member button, that literally just brings up the name of the member, Shelley Steer. And then if I click on that, it brings me out the same things just to... Doesn't work. Doesn't work, peeps. Doesn't work. Whatever I do, even like Evil CJ, thank you very much, Mr. CJ. I think I'm going to end up putting you on the payroll, CJ. I'm going to have to end up sort of paying you for paying people to become members. Because I can't work the fucker out. Yeah, I can't work it out. That definitely don't work, though. It don't work. It don't bloody work. But anyway, I will sort it. If it can be done, I do know, actually, I do know someone who works for YouTube. I can speak to him. I'll speak to Sarah and find out if that can be done. And try and get it sorted. And I'll try not to smash everything up here. Try not to smash everything. What's happening? Set that up, didn't I? Is that right? Does that work? Yeah, there you go. That's the other camera back. It don't work for me either. See, so CJ, you can't do it either. Yeah, see, I just can't work it out. Is it an Apple? It could be. It could just be that Apple don't work. Can Mrs. Harsh do it for you? Mrs. Harsh is asleep. Mrs. Harsh is asleep. But yeah, she probably could. You're probably right. I would go up and steal a phone, but that'd look like I was trying to pry on her, wouldn't it? Don't touch a woman's phone. Never touch a woman's phone. What's this? Harsh, have you heard about the young teen couple who disappeared in the US? The girl is 15, boys found they fled before he's trying to make her go back home with her dad. Haven't heard of it. Haven't heard it. I will. I'll have to have a look. See, we don't get stuff like that. Can you not do it from the laptop? No, the laptop. I've got the laptop screen actually in front of me, and if I click on the member, it says exactly the same as what's on the phone. I tried all that in the last live. That's mainly why I ended up setting the camera back up, because I used to use my phone as a camera. Because I'd put the camera away when we went on holiday. Just in case someone broke into the house and I didn't want them to steal the camera. So, yeah, it's Harsh CJ Christmas combo. Yeah, I probably will. We'll probably will do a live together. Smart man. Yeah, don't touch a woman's phone. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Broken fingers. Nah, to be fair, it's funny now. People can get a bit funny with the phones. We don't. Phones are always laying around here. We can kind of don't have any issues like that. I know some people are a bit funny, but no, we don't. But I wouldn't touch a phone anyway. I ain't got no reason to touch her phone. What do we got? Thank you to all the generous donators today. Yes, so we will say, that is very, very kind of those that do donate the memberships to people. Thank you very much. Evil CJ, he always comes around and gifts them. You got Dixie as well. I'm trying to work out what the fuck is going on there. What do we got? 13 months. Grey Wolf Paranormal. Lindsay, 13 months as a member. It's a long time, isn't it? It is a long time. Tracy, 16 months. 16 months. how long's the channel been going for? Nearly 2 years. We've actually been going 2 years next month, which is December, because we're still in November, aren't we? So yeah, we're literally gonna be here for two. We'll have been here for 2 years. How do you get the banners to show the membership history? I don't know. Do I? How do you get the banners to show the membership history? I don't know. Everything kind of just does itself on here. Haven't got a clue. I kind of make it look like I know what I'm doing, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I kind of just wing it, especially the lives. But 2 years, dope. 2 years. What else we got on the news anyway? We said this was going to be about news. It's barely just been about me trying to get memberships set up again, which I'll try and do. But if CJ's tried to do them on his as well and can't do them, it might be that creators just can't do it. A strange one. April, member for a month. What's happened there? That's where I fucking clicked on that earlier, isn't it? Now I've blocked half my chat again. That's quite annoying. I don't know. We've got a new world record, 7 thumbs down. That's probably that Detective John's lot. He's a funny bugger, he is, isn't he? So look, the Elon Musk, the controversial Elon Musk timeline. Where is that? Let's have a look. So this was the Elon Musk thing, look. Elon Musk, a timeline of his most recent controversial moments. Elon Musk does love a little bit of controversy, don't he? Elon Musk has apologised for endorsing an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory, admitting it may have been literally the worst and dumbest post I've ever done. The apology came amid a fiery rant against advertisers who have stopped promoting on his social media platform. Basically tell them to go fuck themselves. The advertising row, which has seen Disney and Warner Brothers pull their ads, could spell the end for the site formerly known as Twitter. Musk has admitted as much himself. Twitter's not going anywhere, is it? Here's what the world's richest man said to trigger the advertiser exodus, and a look at some of his other divisive moments since his 44 billion X takeover in 2022. November 23, promoting the anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. Go fuck yourself. The Tesla chief agreed with a post on X 16th November that falsely claimed Jewish people were stoking hatred against white people, saying the user who referenced the Great Replacement conspiracy theory was speaking the actual truth. Yeah, if you're going to piss people off, that'll do it. But he just don't fucking care, does he? Elon Musk genuinely don't care what he says. He genuinely doesn't know. He's got no filter. No filter. He is a bit weird. He's a bit weird. But the most brilliant people on the planet are weird, aren't they? They are weird. But there we go. He has absolutely nothing nice to say about anyone, that Detective John. Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny one, that. Detective John. I know there's a site who's doing, or like a channel doing videos about Detective John. Like little parodies of him having his little rants. He loves me, Detective John. He's like my number one fan. I reckon he's bought a t-shirt or two off of my merch store. To be fair, there ain't a lot going on in the news. We've got the royal family, obviously, and by royal family I mean Harry and Meghan. And them pair do my fucking brain in. I'm not a big fan of the royal family, if I'm brutally honest. I'm not against the royal family. I can't say that I am. I have to say that I like the royal family because they live a stone throw away. I was literally in their garden the other night, walking round all the lights. I can't remember. Did I put some pictures up? I can't bloody remember now. But yeah, we went through there. But yeah, But Harry and Meghan do my head in. I'm glad that they're with you guys over in the US, if I'm honest. You can keep them. That's like a gift. As a gift. Missing couple are called Jonathan Stockel and Penny Laws. Let's have a look. Why has that gone massive? I don't know what's going on with that. I'll change. Whoa. Let's change that. I think that's something wrong with my screen there. Missing a couple are called Jonathan Stockel and Penny Lyles. She made allegations of abuse before they ran. When police tried to make her go back, a class assistant let her out the back door. There's a lot going on. No, you got sick. They are a bit funny looking. Let's have a look. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did get sick. Yes, I ended up eating a well, they had like loads of food there. Loads of food. I basically got poisoned by the royal family. They poisoned me with dodgy sausages. And they'll actually blame the Germans because they'll say that the sausages were German. But I believe that they basically tried to kill me off. Have you heard all the P. Diddy drama that's going down? I did see some bits about P. Diddy. He's had some accusations made against him, hasn't he? But to be fair, who hasn't had bloody accusations made against him? That seems to be all that you see in certain news. But over here it's not. At the moment, over here it's just the war. Hamas, it's about that. We've got then the politics. That's it. How much things are going to cost you, how much you're not any longer going to be able to afford anything, and you're basically doomed. We've got this one, which is this lad here, which is Rohan Shand murder. Boy 15 gets life for killing Northampton teenager with hunting knife. And we've got this 15-year-old who murdered a boy with a hunting knife has been sentenced to life with a minimum of 13 years in prison. And he'll only do 13 years because life in this country is about that. Our justice system is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. This was a horrendous attack in broad daylight on the streets of Northampton, Mr. Justice Morris said during sentencing. And this is something that is quite rife in this country. Knife crimes in the UK are rife. It's absolute, it's really bad. Really bad. P. Diddy framed BK. It probably was him. Someone framed BK. Look up GED match news from parent Com Varrigan on 13th 11/23 saying law enforcement illegally misuse their database. Yeah, we know that, don't we? We know that. We know they're not using stuff the way they should. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Why is that gone like that? I don't know whether it's like on your screen or just my screen. For some reason, that is not right. That's better. So since I got this other monitor, everything's going messed up. Paid $3.50 for one freaking yam. What is a yam, by the way? Please tell me what a yam is. What is a yam? What do you think of what's going on in Dublin? I think the least I say about what goes on in Ireland, the better. Purely because I don't want to be the catalyst for a massive, great England-Ireland war. Ken Dalton, he's the man. He will tell you that it's probably best for me not to comment on anything to do with Ireland, unless I want to have my legs blown off. Take a quick second to hit the thumbs up. Please do. Please hit that thumbs up. We ain't doing too bad on likes. We ain't doing too bad at all. Like a sweet potato. See, I like sweet potato fries. I do like sweet potato fries. So I would, if I was in the US, I would probably have me a yam. Because I do like that. You can make chips out of yam. Yeah. So we actually do have sweet potato fries. So they are probably made out of yams. And I just don't know. Love your channel, Harsh. Thank you very much, DLB. Thank you. What else we got? Yeah, so we've got this, that crime, what we just had there, haven't we? What else have we got? Let's go back. What do we got? Obviously, we've got Koberger and the IGG court situation, or, you know, the judge is going to get to look at, or whatever's going on with it. That should be concluded, or started to be concluded tomorrow. Who knows? Alistair Darling, he's dead. For those of you who don't know who Alistair Darling is, he is a former Labour Chancellor, and I don't mean like giving birth and stuff, I mean like a politician. Yams are great. Love Harshy. Yams are similar to sweet potatoes, but not the same. So there is such a thing as a sweet potato. See, I don't know. I'll just go into places and say I'd like that. Like, I thought for a long time that sweet potatoes weren't actually... I thought they were like a vegetable. I don't mean a vegetable like... because potatoes are a vegetable. I mean, I thought they were something else that I wouldn't like parsnips or something. And then I realised that they were like fries. But a lot of Hamas war, I don't want to go through the Hamas war. I don't want to bring that up. And that's pretty much the majority of the news at the moment. Hamas. Disk vital to forming stars and planets found outside Milky Way. Look, for all the star fans. The star fans. Disk vital to forming stars and planets found outside Milky Way in astronomical first. Look at this, look. Was it Ken? Who was it? Was it Ken who said about space? Where's all the space fans? Look what we got. Astronomers exploring a neighbouring galaxy have found evidence of a disk like those which help form stars and planets in our own Milky Way. Like, they say it like that, like you know what they're talking about. It's like you turn around and be like, oh yeah, I remember them discs. I know exactly what you're talking about. I ain't got a fucking clue what they're talking about. What discs? It was discovered in the Large Magellanic Cloud surrounding a massive young star, which is still growing in size. Thank you very much, Debbie. That is very kind of you. And I got a thumbs down. Not for addressing Debbie, hopefully. It's the first time a disk of its type has ever been identified outside of our galaxy. Professor Anna McLeod from Durham University said she could not believe the data she was seeing when it was detected by a telescope called the Atacama Large Millimeter Array, or ALMA. I wouldn't just say ALMA. It was a special moment, she said. We know disks are vital to forming stars and planets in our galaxy, and here, for the first time, we're seeing direct evidence for this in another galaxy. These rotating disks surrounding young stars are made up of gas and dust. As far as space talk goes, this isn't the most interesting piece of information. They've seen a disk. Nice one. Thanks. There is some other stuff, though. There is some other stuff. 6 planets orbit... see, this is something. This could be more interesting. Let me just get that off the screen. See this, look. Astronomers discover 6 planets orbiting a nearby sun-like star. Look, the nice thing about these lives is they're not quite as busy. You know, when we start getting sort of 1,000 people plus in here and it goes absolutely nuts, we have to slow it right down. That's a bit crazy. But we're just here for a little bit of a hangout, coffee, go through some news, go through some other events, and then we can do all the serious stuff at other times. We get to hang out and not stress out like we do when we're dealing with all these other things. Space is faked. Space is faked. Put a number 1 in the chat if you think space is faked, and put number 2 if you believe space exists. Now, obviously, you have to say, don't you? You don't know if the space is faked or not. You can't be 100% sure. If you're enjoying the conversation here tonight, hit the thumbs up for Harsh. Thank you very much, Dope. It's just something a little bit different in it. UFOs made a black hole and the MH370 disappeared into it. Can you imagine? That, to me, is one of the worst possible things that can happen. I can't imagine being on a plane and plane crash. I can't get my head around it. Can't get my head around it. Why give a thumbs down? I know. Got 7 thumbs down. They're right mean, aren't they? 7 thumbs down. That means 7 people specifically came over just to give us a. That's nice, isn't it? We all live in space. We do live in space. We do live in space. I was going to say something, but now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, about being on an aeroplane in an aeroplane crash. For those of you who are frequent flyers, you may want to just avert thy ears, because there was that Air France crash that happened, and I was listening to what happened on that flight. And what happened on that Air France flight is the pitot sensors that are on the wing, and they're what measure the wind speed over the wing. So that's how a plane operates. The pitot sensors pick up the air velocity over the wing, and the system, controls how fast the plane is. They failed. The pitot system failed. And basically, they don't know whether the plane then thought it was going too fast and tried to slow itself down, stalled and just fell out of the sky like a brick, or whether it thought it was going too slow, sped it up, and just ripped it apart in the air. Either one of them options sounds pretty much terrifying. But yeah, it's not good. Not good. 7 thumbs down. 7 of them. That's what we got. 2 thumbs up here. Thank you very much, Tina. That's very kind. We'll try and ignore the 7 people. Maybe they're just having a really bad day. But anyway, we was talking about astronomy. I don't know how I went from astronomy to airplane crashes. But thank you for the. If I were to visit UK, what would my must-see places or things be? So if you was coming to the UK, what would I say? I enjoy history and architecture. So things like Stonehenge, things like that. We do have, obviously, lots of old things. There's lots of old things in this country. There are some nice places. Don't get me wrong. Do you know what I mean? There's some horrendous places in the UK, but there is some really, really nice places in the UK. But in terms of, what I would specifically say do, again, things like Stonehenge. Avoid London like the plague. Don't go to London ever. Go to London, but if you wear watches or anything like that, like I'm a watch fan, I love watches, and you literally can't go to London with a watch on because they'll cut your hand off. Like Ken is basically saying go to Tower of London, but if you want to take Ken's advice, like I say, just don't wear a watch, you'll be fine because they'll cut your fucking arm off. Any paranormal activity, there's lots of they do like what do you call it? They do like haunted walks and stuff like that in the UK. Let me get this back off. We'll get that. I've had enough of talking about space for a minute. Which way to Ireland? Ireland's a beautiful place. Ireland is an absolutely gorgeous place. Why are so many ghosts and haunted digs in the UK? Like around where I actually live, there's a book about how many ghosts are there. This is not quite renowned as somewhere that is haunted. In fact, there's a road called Devil's Alley that there are hoof prints in the floor that they reckon the devil actually walked down. There's also like a thing with a diamond. It looks like someone's hit the wall and broken bricks, and there's a diamond around it. and that's apparently where a witch was burnt on the marketplace, and her heart came out and hit the wall. And yeah, there's loads of stuff. Lincoln Ghost Walk. Yeah, there's like I say, there's loads of places in the UK that are supposed to be haunted. The One-Handed Man. Lots of haunting in England. Yeah. There is Jack the Ripper tour. They do stuff like that around London. Yeah, we went on I can't remember if I was on YouTube. I think we was when we went on the bus thing. We went like on it was like a murder tour bus in London, which was pretty good. 452 thumbs up, harsh. I bet 5 of those were accidents by chubby fingers. Yeah, we got 462 now. 462 versus 7. Jack the Ripper tour. I've never been on the Jack the Ripper tour. Oh, have we? That might have been what that bus was. So I can't even remember. My memory's shocking. That might have even been the Jack the Ripper tour that we went on. I'm going to have to ask Mrs. Harsh what that actually was. If I got to Ireland, it's to find what's-his-face. Can't even think of his name, but going to find him. Ken. Find Ken. He's there. Ken's in Ireland. Thank you for the membership. Yeah, thank you once again for those who are gifting the memberships. That is very, very kind of you. I would gift them, but I can't. But I will next time. I'll get Mrs. Haas to do it. What is your best fruit readily available in the UK? Probably strawberries. I would say strawberries and kiwis. Like we have strawberries and kiwis all the time. The children love strawberries and kiwis. Hayden eats fruit like it's going out of fashion. Absolutely loves it. Seeing if there's anything. How long have we been actually on for? I don't even know. Time flies, doesn't it, when we do lives? I don't even know how long we've been going for. 51 minutes. So we've got about 9 minutes left. Banana, apple. See, I like bananas. Don't like apples. Because apples are just boring. Strawberries and apples. Yeah, strawberries, apples. I'd definitely say apples are the most common fruit in the UK, 100%. Harsh gets his watch nicked because it's bloody expensive. I've got a different watch on today. I've got, for those of you who like watches, I've got that one on today. Yeah, I do like watches. I must admit. That's the only thing I do like. Well, I say it's the only thing I do. I don't really buy anything else. It's not like I go drinking or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't go out anywhere. Don't have a fishing habit. Don't go golfing or anything like that. Thank you very much. I own a pair. You got me. Now I'm going to have like a Seymour Butts and all sorts. Anybody got a Seymour Butts? What we got here? Let's have a look. Why won't it let me scroll that down? I don't know what it's doing there. Won't even let me scroll it down. That's just going all by itself. Do you like mango? I do like mango. The only fruit that I don't really like, I must admit, is probably apples, mate. Is apples. Don't like apples. Ghost Story with Murder, Green by a Ghost. You should check it out. I will. Like I say, there's a lot of ghost stories around where I live. We got some. In fact, not today, but on other. I'll go through some of them. I've got to look and make sure I can do it without getting copyrighted. Because when you start telling stories, you can get yourself in trouble. Love when you talk about fishing and golfing. Tell us how you feel. Yeah, I fucking hate both. Hello, Mr. Andrew D. Myers is in the house. Everybody be sensible. We can't be messing about on this guy's hair. Straighten your ties and all that. But yeah, fishing, yeah, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I used to when I was younger. Like I say, my uncle's got a fishing boat. Used to go out, used to do beach fishing and all sorts. Well, I say I just liked him, so I had to go if I wanted to spend time with him because he was a cool guy. But fishing, definitely not. I think I went. I think I got something. I think I got a hook stuck in my finger. That pretty much put me off. When you think that you get a fishing hook in your finger and you think you can pull it out, and then you're given the bad news that the hook's barbed and it don't actually work that way. Yeah, that's not. That made me like it even less. And golf, I just can't understand why you'd want to run up to a ball, smack it 300 yards, then walk after it again, get to it after about 10 minutes, and then smack it away again. There's just no real reward in that. The only thing I do find fun with golf is when you go to like crazy golf and try and smack it 300 yards. Is your fridge running? No. Is there a noise in the background here? I've got nothing running. Look. Nout. There's something's ticking, though. Something's ticking in the background. Oh, I'll tell you what it is. That's that fire. That's that thing that might be making a noise. What's your favourite seaside town to visit? I'd probably say Brancaster. Brancaster's like quite nice. It's nice and quiet. Crazy golf on a varnish holiday is funny. I used to love fishing, but now I don't like to hurt the fish or the crickets. I bet you like pool or snooker, Harsh. True story, my father used to play snooker with Phil Mitchell, who used to be in EastEnders. A friend of mine was semi-professional snooker player, and we did used to play snooker a lot. I've met some of the most famous players in the world because of my friend. Joe Perry, who was in the top 16. My friend used to play with him. I've got a true story, which is quite funny about Joe Perry. So, and what I will say is, look, this is I'm telling the story, and I don't want people to be offended about this, right? Don't want you to get offended. I'm just telling you what happened. So my friend is a complete and utter dickhead. And I'll give you a clue of how bad he is, right? He can't handle his drink for shit. And he was going on a date one night, and this girl she was quite posh, and he was wrecked before they even got to the restaurant. And their meal came to an end when he called the restaurant guy, who was Chinese, he called him the N-word, and then proceeded to smash a load of poppadoms over his own head. So this is who we're talking about. But anyway, just to give you an idea of what he's like. So, Joe Perry, who is, like I say, was top 16 in the world snooker player, they're in the snooker hall and they are playing snooker. They're practicing. And these children with special educational needs come in. And my friend manages to convince some of these children that Joe's name is actually retard. To which these children with special educational needs continue to consistently call Joe Perry a retard over the course of about half an hour, which then resulted in Joe Perry losing his shit and storming out of the snooker hall. True story. Joe Perry doesn't do well with fun. He's not a fun person. But yeah, I used to like it. I used to like it a lot. But yeah, I've got some funny stories, I can tell you. I've got some funny stories. It's funny. Which I'll tell you more. You'll get to learn more as we go through these lives. I will give you some funny stories. But yeah, that was pretty special. My other friend is a real good tennis player and used to play with Andy Murray. And you're still friends with him, Harsh? Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while. He's actually he's a really good guy. He's a poker player. He's a professional. He could have turned professional snooker player, but instead turned professional poker player. So that's why he didn't go into snooker. But he was a menace. He was. He's an absolute menace. I'll leave you on one more story about him because this is, and there's loads of this, but I'll give you one more. So he goes out. We're out and we're drinking. We're a lot younger than we are now. And what happened? This is how the night proceeds. So he jumps off a flight of stairs and tries to grab hold of a CCTV camera in a club. The camera detaches from the ceiling and he falls into a heap on the floor, which he then gets thrown out of the club into the road. He then proceeds to walk down to one of the taxi officers, to which he manages to get into the taxi office and gets over onto the speaker and speaks to all of the taxis and tells them there's an emergency and to come back to the office. He gets kicked out of there and ends up on the street, to which someone eventually calls an ambulance for him because he's trying to swim in the road thinking that there's sharks after him. He ends up in hospital. He ends up passing out in hospital, to which he then wakes up in hospital and freaks out. He then proceeds to run around the hospital at night and tries to run out of the main doors, which are two massive glass electric doors that after a certain time of night are shut and locked, to which he runs straight into the doors and knocks himself spark out and gets put back in bed. And that is him. Joe Perry, guitar player, he, like Damn Yankees, stood next to him at Damn Yankees show. What do we got? So yeah, I've got some stories. Is snooker pool? Snooker is like how can I say? Like you've got chess and then you've got checkers. So you've got checkers is like the stupid man's chess. If you're too stupid, like I can't play chess, but I can play checkers. I can bounce around the table like Seabiscuit. But chess confuses the shit out of me. That's like snooker and pool. So you've got snooker for clever people and pool for stupid people. I'm a pool player. And while I'm waiting for my go, I'm playing checkers. So, yeah. So, we just had a bit of fun, haven't we? There wasn't nothing serious about tonight. We went through some news badly. And, yeah. I heard UK doesn't grow corn. They do. Yeah, we do. We even have corn mazes, believe it or not. There are places where you can take the children and they have big maze. That's what they call them, the maze. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. It was good of you to join us. My astrological sign, is that like I am a, what do you call it? Aquarius. I am an Aquarius. I'm a pool player. It's me, Sienna. Hello, Sienna. Yeah, I am too. I like pool. I do like pool. Hayden likes pool. He likes playing pool with his sister, and they like having massive arguments over it. And then Hayden doesn't like being banned from playing because he's got into a massive argument. Chat is pumping. Yeah, it seems, I feel bad for having to pull the plug. But look, you can't get you can get too much of a good thing. We've got to keep you, you got to kind of, don't give too much of a good thing. It's like sugar, your teeth will fall out. So I just want to thank you all for being there. Thank you so much to the mods, My May, Kristen, Jen, a.k.a. Plants Are My Jam, Superior Dreams, The Evil CJ Show. Thank you very much. And also thank you very much for the gifted memberships. Superior Dreams, Who else have we got in here? My May, the one and only My May, Tracy. Dope, obviously. She is the boss. And yeah, and thank you so much. Thank you for everybody for coming out and hanging out. Like I say, these lives are just going to be more chilled out. The serious stuff, if there's anything serious to talk about, things that specifically come out, then I will obviously adjust the live so the live will state what we're going to be talking about. But if it's just going to be a chill out, hang out one like this, then it's just going to be coffee and news with Harsh, where for an hour we just sit and have a chat. We've got an amazing community, a fantastic community. And I love the fact that you are all here and being part of it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew Myers. He's in here making us all stay straight, making us all dress nicely and behave. And yeah, it's nice chilling out with all of you. You are all absolutely amazing. And without you, there ain't no me. And, like I say, don't think you need to do anything on this channel other than come over here, be yourself, chat, comment, share your thoughts and opinions, because that is enough. We don't beg for money. We don't beg for anything. We just want you lot to have a good time, be happy, chill out, feel safe, and feel amazing as you look. I will catch you all, one-off punch that, in the next one, which is in a few hours' time. December already. Christmas soon. Take care. Have an enjoyable rest of your Thursday evening.